Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. So these are the interview questions you will be firing. So can we print the string in reverse order? Can we print the sorry, does white space has any string sorry any index value? Then what are the positive and negative indexing and from where it will start? Then splitting is one of the question they will be asking. And one more thing, suppose the task for you, I have given a word y is equals to Python development classes. In this, I wanted to slice only, I wanted to, my requirement is, I wanted to slice only development, development from the string, from the string. Then in that, I wanted to enhance, I wanted to print the, print the sliced string, sliced string in reverse order. This is what the task for you. Okay, I have explained how you can slice according to the index position. So you know how to slice the development from the Python development class. Then one more thing is once it is sliced, then you need to print this in the reverse order. Okay, you know how to print it in the reverse order. I think in this thing I have explained. Yes, let me copy and paste in this session itself. Okay, this is how you can write a string in the reverse order. Okay, this is what the task for you. Next, today we are going to discuss about the set type and the frozen set data types. We have discussed till the indexing slicing is completed, range is completed. Today we are going to discuss about the sets. What is this sets? Set is a unordered collection of unique items. Set is defined by value separated by comma inside the braces, the curly braces. So in a set are not ordered. Then set is a mutable data type and it has no duplicates. What is this means? What is mutable and what is no duplicates is now allowed. Let me go with this. Let me copy this and paste it in the Jupyter notebook itself. So next heading is introduction to sets. The set is unordered collection. It should not be in order. How we can define the set? Let me take set is equals to s is equals to set is denoted in the curly braces. I'm going to write some 100 comma 0 comma 10, okay, comma 200. Then let me print what is the type of, yes, type of, yes. You can see this is a set data type. Okay. Then inside the braces we can write and this is unordered, right? So I am writing 100 then 0 then then 10 then 200. You can write in unordered way. Then items in a set is not ordered. It should not follow some order. I can write even strings here. Still you can see this is a set data type. Okay, then set is mutable data type. That means once the set is allocated with some value, you are able to change it. Okay, nothing but it is growable in nature. Okay, then what are the different types or methods we have in sets also we are going to see in this class. And then set is a mutable data types and no duplicates are allowed. What happens if I give 10 again? Set is already there, sorry, 10 is already there in the set. Again, I am writing this 10 here. What happens? Let me give incorrect way. Then let me restart the kernel. If it is not working, you have to restart the kernel. Sometimes even you are giving the syntax as correct also, sometimes it will not run it. Let me restart the kernel. It's restarted, I guess.
One question: this set can hold any data type, is it? It's not
Yes,
like
yes,
just like okay,
yes,
okay,
yes.
not like
It
a
can.
resource. Okay,
Yes, yes, it can.
okay, okay.
Let me print what is S. And sometimes even if your Anaconda version is expired, like it is not able to update the libraries also, sometimes it will be failed. In my case, it happens for so many times. It should not allow the duplicate values, but try it from your end. Might be if your Anaconda is new, you can try it from your end. It should not work. Okay. Then type of, yes, it is taking a set only. But important points to remember is insertion is not preview. If it is not working this time, what I can do is tomorrow I'll reinstall the Anaconda and I'll type the same thing. It will give the different solution. Okay, the same thing I'll remember and I will show you the same thing. Because of my Anaconda version is downgraded or upgraded with some libraries, you need to update it on daily basis. Like if some update is there, you have to update it. Okay. Then sometimes even you have written the syntax correctly, it will give the error. Sometimes it will run properly and it will give the solution, but which is not the correct thing. Okay. The
Yeah,
note,
yeah.
remember,
You
yes,
said insertion is not possible, right? So,
insertion
so
order is not prevented.
okay, okay,
Insertion is possible. Let me write
okay, okay,
insertion is
fine, fine.
possible.
Yeah.
Let me suppose for this, let me define the set. This is my set. Okay. So I wanted to insert um, 60 to this set. Okay. How I can insert? S dot add. The set will take S dot add. I'm going to insert 60. Okay. Then print what is the S. Print what is the updated value of S. You can see 60 is added. Okay. That is nothing but insertion is allowed. Insertion is allowed. Okay. Then suppose I wanted to print what only 100 from this, only 100 from this set. So in sets, slicing is not allowed. Sorry, indexing is not allowed. Indexing is not allowed. What is the index position of 100? Positive indexing 0, 1,
1.
2, 3, right? So I wanted to print yes of 1. Okay, yes of 1. It will give the type error. Type error. That means indexing is not allowed in sets. Okay, that's how. Then suppose I wanted to remove. As I said, sets are mutable. You can add and you can remove as well. I wanted to remove from the given set. Let me print what is the updated value of yes. Yes equals to comma yes. So this is the set value. I wanted to remove this Python from the set. So in this case, what I can do is my set is S and remove is the method to remove. Then what I need to remove? I wanted to remove Python. Sorry, it should be in this thing. Okay. Yes dot remove. Let me write it 10, whether it will be removed or not. It is removing.
Set is case sensitive.
Maybe I have written in case sensitive. Yes, correct. Yes dot remove, then Python. Okay, then print what is yes. It has worked properly before, then again it is not working now. Python, correct. But it is working. Might be my Anaconda navigator is having some issue. But the syntax is exactly correct. There is no issue with the syntax. Let me copy and paste it this. Yes dot remove. But it has been successfully removed the 10. It should remove Python as well from the frozen set. Sorry, from the set. But the syntax is exactly correct. There is no issue with the syntax. So tomorrow I'll reinstall the Anaconda Navigator. I have written so many files, might be it has been stuck or something. So tomorrow I'll reinstall it. You can try it from your end. It will work. Then indexing is not allowed. We have seen. Then to remove, this is the syntax. Suppose if you wanted to remove 10, you can remove 10 from this. If you wanted to remove 100, you can remove the 100 as well. You can see after 0, 100, 200, then 10. 10 has been successfully removed from this place. Then let me try it with this without colon. Still, Python is not defined. Python is defined in the frozen set. Okay. So these 2 points, once I reinstall my Anaconda Navigator, I'll let you know. This one is correct. Only remove, and one more thing, it didn't work. Duplications. Duplications I'll show you. Next. Frozen sets. Frozen set. What is this? Frozen set. So we have explored already about the bytes and byte array. These both are same, almost all same, but one thing is bytes are immutable and byte array is mutable, right? In the same way, sets and frozen sets are same, but only thing is sets are mutable and frozen set is immutable. Immutable. Okay, this is what the main difference. So once if you add anything to this frozen set, you are not able to add or remove. Here we have performed adding and removing methods in the sets, But whereas in frozen set you cannot perform because it is a immutable data type. Okay, let me go and define some set. S is equals to 10 comma 100 comma 20 comma 0 comma 90. I have defined one set, and to define frozen set, to define the bytes of the whatever the list, right? So here I'm going to define frozen set in the form of fs. Then to make it as frozen set you need to define the frozen set of s. Okay, this is how we can define it. Then I wanted to know what is the type of fs. This is a frozen set. Here if you see, type of s is set. X, let me take it in. Okay, syntax is correct, but if I go and try in the other shell it is coming. Okay, type of s is set. To convert this into frozen set you have to type frozen set of s, so that it will be converted into the frozen set. As I said, frozen set cannot be changed, or you cannot add anything. So let me try to add something. Fs dot, I wanted to add something called 70 to my existing list. Frozen set object has no attribute called add because it is a immutable. Suppose if I try to remove, what I can remove, I can remove 90. Even this you will have frozen set object has no attribute called remove. Hence it is nothing but immutable data type. Okay, this is what about frozen set. Then we will discuss about, so we have discussed successfully about the numeric data type called int, float, and then we have discussed about text data type called string. Then bytes we have discussed, right? Byte array. Then we have discussed about sets today. Sets, we have discussed about set and frozen set. So whatever it didn't work today, I'll be taking in the next class because my Anaconda Navigator, I need to upgrade it. Okay, I'll upgrade and then I'll show you whatever it didn't work. Then today, before going to the next data type, we have sequence data types. Next thing is sequence data types. Before going with this, I'll go with the decision making or control flow in Python. So what does this control flow and what are all the things we have in control flow? This is control flow. So under control flow, we have decision making statements or conditional statements in any programming language. This we will be having, right? Suppose if this condition fails, what it has to execute the next. Okay. Suppose else block, if block, and if else block, and nested if else, all these things we will be covering under the decision making statements. Then we have transfer or jump statements, which is break, continue, and pass, which has different meaning. Okay. Then where these things will be used, suppose if you write the loops or something, then iterative statements we have for and while loop. Let me go and discuss what is the conditional and decision making statements today. So under conditional statement we have if else, if else, or nested if else. Let me write it here, nested if else. Okay, these are the things we have under the decision making statements. Let me keep this as heading, introduction to introduction to decision making. Decision making. Okay. Coming to the if statement, what is this if statement? If statement will execute if the statements only if the condition is true. Suppose you have given some condition, if true, then it will execute the block, or else it will give the output, whatever the output. What is the syntax of this if else? Sorry, if statement. If statement. This will execute. If statement will execute only if the condition is true. Otherwise, it will not execute. Condition is true. The syntax for this if statement is you are going to give some if condition. If is a keyword. That is why by default if I enter if, it is turning into green color. Okay. If condition you are going to give, then you can give whatever the statement. Print statement or something. Okay. Then you can write multiple statements under the if condition as well. Syntax number 2. Syntax number 2. You can give one if condition. Okay. Then you can give multiple statements as well. This is statement 1 and statement 2 and statement 3. Only for the if block. Okay. Only for the true condition. Let me give one program for the if condition. Okay. One program for if condition. Before that, I'll explain what is this input and output statements. Input and output statement, so that I'll write the code for this. What is input statement? We will write something as input of whatever you are going to enter in the terminal. It will take as the input, nothing but the input statement. You have output. If you see here, here s is equals to something. Okay, we have given some input of this thing directly. Okay, we have predefined. Suppose I wanted to write as my wish. Suppose sometimes I'll be writing Python. Now I wanted to write it as development when I execute different things. Okay, so in this case you can use input. Output statement is nothing but whatever we are getting as output, that is nothing but the output statement. Let me write the code for if condition now. I'm going to take name is equals to input of. You have to give the input once the code is executed. Okay, enter name. Okay, so you have to enter the name of the person or something. Suppose if name equals to Python, then it should print. So you have to give the colon here. Automatically it will take the indentation. If indentation is not followed, you will get the error, or else the code will be executed but you will not get the output what you are expecting. Okay, I'm going to give the print statement. Hello Python. How are you? This is what it should execute. Okay, then let me execute this. If I give Java, it is not printing any statement. Okay, let me take it in, copy and paste it in the other block, execute it. Let me write Python. It is printing the if the condition is true, whatever I have given the condition. If name is Python, then only it should print the statement. Otherwise, it should keep quiet. Here I have given Java. So that is why it is not printing any statement. Then Python is case sensitive, as we have already discussed in the first class. Python is case sensitive. Let me print Python. It is not printing the statement, right? Because of Python is a case sensitive. That is what the difference between this and this. And you can give the multiple statements as well, right? So I have given if condition and statement 1. If condition and then statement 1. To give the multiple statements, what you can do is let me remove the caps lock. Print how are you doing, or how are you this day. If I give Python, then it is printing the both the statements. You can give the multiple statements as well for the if condition. So I have given the example for single statement and multiple statement as well. Then next thing is we have if else condition. So when the condition is true, then the block of the code will be executed and then it is giving the output. If the condition is false, just it is printing the output, right? So here in this case you have observed, right? I think Java I have removed. Okay, here if you see Python, I have not given this in the whatever the manner which I have given name is equals to. So that's why it is just printing the output. Okay. So in this case, it is executing the if block and giving the whatever the print statement. So if the condition is true, what I have to print? Hello, Python, how are you? Right? Then the next condition is if else. So now we have seen about what happens if true. Then you have to see the other side, right? If else, nothing but the true and false statement is as well. Suppose if true block is executed, then what it should print, else what it has to print. That's what we are going to see. If else statements in Python, if else statements will be executed one block of code if the condition is true, else another block will be executed. Okay, so here we are going to give the condition if it is true, then it will go for the if block and it will give the output. Then if the condition is false, what it has to print in the else block. Even in else block you can give the statement. Suppose this is a error, something you wanted to print. Okay, it will go for the else block and it will give the output. This is what the if else statement is. Let me go with the coding. So the syntax for this is syntax. Sorry. If block will go for true, then gives the output. Else block will go for the false condition and it will give the output. Okay, the syntax is you are going to give the if condition, okay, then you are going to give some statement. You can give one statement or multiple statements as well, right? Then it should go for else block, and again for else what are the statements? Sorry, something called statement 2. This is how you can give the if else syntax. Let me go with the example for if else block. Let me take the same code, then write the else block. Okay, I have taken the if block. Then I wanted to write the else block for same. So follow the indentation. Under if you have to maintain the else. Okay, else give the colon, automatically indentation will be followed. Suppose if name is not Python, then it should print hello guest, welcome to our session. Okay, this is what the else statement I'm going to give. Let me enter. Let me write the Java here. So if I'm giving the Java, then it is going for the else block. Suppose if I give the Python itself, then it will print the first statement itself. Right? Hello Python, how are you? You can give the multiple statements as well. Let me give the print multiple statement. Let me copy and paste it here. Okay. Even for else block also, I'm going to give the same statement. Let me write here Python itself, it is printing the same thing. Let me write Java here. And again, sorry, for this thing it is printing, right? Let me go and execute for Java. Then it will print the both the statements. Nothing but I have given the multiple statements. Okay. Hello guest, welcome to our session. How are you this day? Okay. This is how you can use the if else block. Next, let me explain about the next thing, nothing but if elif else. This is otherwise called as nested if else. Okay, nested if else target to the another if or else statement. So you are going to give one condition, under that you are going to give the second condition as well. So nothing but this condition you are going to give. For this condition, if it is true, then it will go for the block and give the output. And under the condition we are going to give the nested condition, nothing but the condition n. Then this nested condition is true, then it will go for the nested block n. Then if it is false, then it will go for the false block and it will give the output. This is how it will be executed. Let me write the syntax for this. Nested if else or if elif else. Okay. So for this, the syntax is I'm going to give the if condition. If condition. Once the if condition is executed, then it should print the statement 1. Let me write it as statement 1. Okay. Or else if it has to go for the statement 2, or else here itself you can give the condition 2. Then execute the statement 2. Then you can give again else if, even if the condition 2 also fails. Okay. Then you can give condition 3. Then execute the statement 3. Okay. Then you can write n number of times. Okay. N number of times. Then finally you will be having the if elif else, right? So if elif is completed, then last you will be having the else block. All this condition was failed. Then go for the else block, then give the output. Output will be the default action. Default action, nothing but the condition 1 will be executed. Okay. So let me write the coding part for this. Okay. Now I'm going to take something called brand is equals to input of enter your favorite brand. Enter your favorite brand. Okay. This is what my input statement is. I'm going to give the brand name. Suppose if you take brand is equals to something called apple. Okay, apple. Then my print statement should be this is a iPhone. This is a iPhone. Okay. Then again I'm going to give the if else statement. Nothing but elif. If else my brand is equals to something called Samsung. Samsung. Give the colon. Then it should print. This is an Android phone. This is an Android phone. Then one more if else I'm going to give elif brand equals to if I take Nokia, this is a Windows phone. This is a Windows phone. So I have given three condition. Okay. Then I'm going to give the else block. Else block. Okay. My default statement I wanted to print. So if else, suppose if you are going to enter some other name, it should print sorry, this phone is not mentioned in the code. Not mentioned in the code. This is what my default action. I have given one if condition and else if, and you can write n number of if else condition, nothing but nested. You will be going with the cyclic manner, right? Let me type it. So I'm going to enter, suppose Apple, it is giving, it is an iPhone. If I give Realme, sorry, this phone is not mentioned in the code. If I give Nokia, this is a Windows phone. It is going for the third condition. If I give Samsung, then it will go for the second condition. This is how the nested if else or if will be executed. Now I'm going to give a simple task for you people. So one program I'll be explaining for you, and then I'll be giving the task for you for the next session. Now suppose I'll give two numbers as an input. Any input you can take. Okay. Whatever the two numbers, okay, it has to print which is the biggest number among the input number. Biggest number among the both the numbers. Let me give the example for you. N1 is equals to int of input of, because it has to take only the integers, not the string. Suppose if you give input of, it will take the string as well. So here my condition is it should take only the number, so that we are going to give the int of input of. You have to give the input, enter the first number. Sorry, it should be in the quotes. Enter the first number. Next, copy and paste. I'm going to write the N2. Enter the second number. Then my condition is if N1 is greater than N2, then print the biggest number is biggest number is, comma, n1, right? So n1 is greater. Else print same, biggest number is n2. Let me execute this. I'm going to give the first number as 10 and second number as 20. It is showing the biggest number is 20 among 10 and 20. If I give here 200 and then 30, you can see 200 is the biggest number. In the same way, what you can do is write this thing, okay, nested if else, or else whatever the condition you are going to use. I wanted to know, take 5 numbers as input. 5 numbers as input, okay, then it has to print which is the biggest and smallest number among the numbers. This is what the task for you for tomorrow. Okay, then one more task I'm going to give the numbers. Okay, it has to take the input as number. Okay, then it has to check whether the number is in between 10 to 100. Suppose if I give 200, it should show this is not listed between the 10 to 100. Okay, suppose if I give 9, it should not give it. Suppose if I give 11, then it should print it is in between 10 to 100 numbers. That is what my requirement is. So these are the tasks for you. Then what you have to do is, I think I have showed how to create the GitHub. No, please create the GitHub account. So by default you can let me log out. Okay, you can get the sign up option here. By using sign up, you can use your email username and then whatever the username you required, then password. God, let me type it in this way. I'm not going to give anything. Okay, you have to give the username, email ID and password, and then you can create the account. Use the verify button and then create the thing, and then you have to verify your email. Let me sign in. You have to create once the GitHub account is created. Let me sign in. You have to create the, you can verify your email. Okay, so once it is created, you will be getting this type of dashboard. From here you can create the repository, new repository. Why it is not maintaining? I have to verify my email address, it seems. Let me verify it. So you will get the email in this way. So once the email is verified, then only you are able to create it. You will get the thing like this. Then verify my email address. Okay, now I have verified. Your email is verified. Now you can create the repository. Okay, so here I have created some bonus. Okay, by default it will take my email ID. Okay, then repository name. What repository name you have to take? Suppose now I am taking the Python fundamentals class, right? You can create Python fundamentals. Python fundamentals. This is the batch 4. Okay, you can take, then description you can give as you like. Then it is a private because you have to submit every day the running notes what I am teaching. You have to take the running notes, you have to submit to this GitHub. Then make it as private. Then tick this, initialize the repository with readme. Then create the repository. Once the repository is created, okay, you will get this thing. So you have to upload your Jupyter Notebook. Click on upload. Okay, you can choose your files. What is today's file name? Let me write it as today's file name as rename decision making. Okay, I have renamed. Let me choose the file. And tasks also you have to complete and you have to send it to me. Batch 4. Then decision making is my file. Open it. Day 4 underscore decision making. Okay, I have committed. Once it is committed, you are able to see in this way. Okay, I can open my file. I'm going to review your files where you have written wrong, where you have written correct, all these things. Okay, make your repository as public. Then if you share it, then I am able to see this. Then send me by email. Let it load. I have received from one of the student. See, think I have. You can see he has submitted in this way whatever the tasks I have given. So you'll be submitting on daily basis. Okay, whatever the task I have given in this way. Okay, so this is how you have to send me an email, the link of the file. Okay, then it will be reviewed on daily basis. I'll be responding to your emails. Okay, so you can take my email ID. This is my email ID. Yuvanshi Scarlett@gmail.com. This is what my email ID. So today's work is you have to create the, let me give in the chat box. Someone has pinged me. Mutable means once the value is initialized, it can be modified. Yes. This is what my email ID is. Okay. So you can send me the daily task. Today I have taught something. So this video I'll be uploading in the YouTube, then I'll be sharing you the link. So if you are not getting anything, like you can go through the video and then you can get everything. Okay. Then one more thing is, so from Monday onwards, I'll be enabling the password. Now also you have the password. So I'm going to change the password. I'll be sending the different meeting request. So this is a paid thing. As I said, this is a paid thing. Then you'll be having the daily task, assignment, and quizzes. Today I have given only two tasks. Okay. On daily basis, on topic wise, I'll be giving the topics as well. Okay. You have to complete and you have to share it in the GitHub link. You whenever you get time, even on weekly basis or daily basis, you have to send me. Must and should. Okay. Then if you practice, then you will get knowledge. I'll not get anything. So when you are sending, even I have to spend some time and I have to check where you have went wrong, where you have went correct. All these things I have to check it from my end as well. Okay. This is what my schedule will be. You will be having the assignments and quizzes. Okay. I'll be sharing one link. I'll be taking the quiz point. Okay, so once if you enter the answer, so automatically the points will be generated. Okay, the Google link I'll be sharing. Okay, then mock interview will be there after the completion of course, nothing but after the completion of fundamentals will take still few more days to complete, and then you'll be having the advanced sessions. Then let me share, like it is a paid thing. So for fundamentals, if you wanted to attend only for the fundamentals, the most thing you have to remember is in interviews you will be asking firing the questions on fundamentals, not on the uh, bigger things, advanced. Right, you are able to answer 15 marks question, but you are not able to answer the multiple choice questions because the options are almost all equals to same. Okay, that's fine. Then then for advanced it is 1000 rupees. Total fee is 1500 rupees, sorry, 1500 rupees. Okay, you can do the Google Pay or Phone Pay to this particular number. Okay, interested people, this is what my number is. You can do the Phone Pay or Google Pay. And so many people they are asking what are the topics will be covered in the whole session. Let me give the course content as well. This is the fundamental class. So in introduction I have covered all these things. Then installation and environment setup, then types of operators, flow control we are discussing, then data types and method. Okay, then in advanced we will be having the functions, arguments, garbage collection, oops. Okay, inheritance, polymorphism, overloading, overriding, abstraction, exception handling, file handling, multi-threading, database programming, literal expression and web scraping, decorator function, generator functions and assertions, and Python lagging. So all these things will be covered in my class. So this is for exclusively for Python developer also you are able to um, become. Okay, so this is especially for Python development as well. Okay, then if you wanted to go for data science as a career, you can choose as a data science as a career, but development will remains the good career. That's why I'm explaining in the development course content, not in the whether you wanted to choose for machine learning or data science. I can just explain about what are the libraries are there. Okay, then I can directly go with the data sets. It is not like that. Okay, so as a developer you will be having the scope, right? You can implement the new things to your project, so you can get the good name as usual. Okay, so that's what for today's class. And sorry, this week I am not able to take the class because of I went to my hometown. So from today onwards there will be the class on daily basis, and tomorrow you'll be having the data science session, not the Python class. I'm taking the data science classes for free of cost, not charging a single rupee. So same 8:45 to 9:45 we'll be having the session. Already only two sessions has been done. Interested people can join the session. I'll be sharing the meeting link as well. Okay, thanks for joining. And from Monday onwards, the password will be changed and the meeting will be changed. Who will pay the money? I'll be sharing the link for them. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
And
So, will you be covering lambda expressions, everything in this as
everything,
part of the
yes,
course?
lambda functions will be there. Under
Okay.
functions topic, we'll be having the lambda functions as well.
Okay.
So in
Okay.
detail,
Fine.
I'll be giving
Fine.
the
Sure.
yes,
Sure.
yes.
Sure.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Bye, and we'll meet on Monday. Interested people, they can join the data science classes as discussed, like 8:45 to 9:45 the classes will be conducted, and this is for free of
Sure.
cost. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay.